England may be a small country, but its layers of history and culture are far too rich to take in on a single trip. Of course, if you've never been to London, it's a city worth visiting. There are so many legendary landmarks: Buckingham Palace, London Tower, Big Ben, and St. Paul's Cathedral, to name only a few. But this unhurried 10-day itinerary explores a carefully chosen slice of the country away from the capital, ideal for travelers who prefer substance over speed. Blending historic settings, countryside landscapes, and time to slow down, it creates space to settle into the surroundings and appreciate the everyday details that give travel its lasting value. Let's get going! On day 1, start at Oxford Castle, an 11th century fortress later used as a prison for 400 years until 1996. Take a guided tour, climb St. George's Tower, and see the preserved cells that reveal the site's long legacy of confinement. Part of the former jail is now a hotel. Stay overnight for the experience of sleeping in a 1,000-year-old building. From the castle, head to Broad Street and spend time in the Bodleian Library Complex, Oxford University's renowned deposit library that houses copies of all material published in the UK. It comprises impressive sites like the Radcliffe Camera and the New Library. Guided tours grant access to restricted interiors, including the Divinity School, where a stone fan-vaulted ceiling is made up of individually carved panels, featuring foliage, animals, and repeating geometric forms. Step outside into Radcliffe Square and admire the iconic architecture of the other surrounding buildings, such as Brasenose College and All Souls College. End the day at the Covered Market, operating continuously since 1774. Look for some local specialties such as Ben's cookies or distinctive artisan souvenirs. There's lots to do in Oxford, so spend the morning of day 2 at one or two of the city's key landmarks. The Ashmolean Museum showcases an extensive collection of painting, archaeology, and decorative arts in a single building arranged by period and region. The Museum of Natural History presents a contrasting option, with a large iron and glass hall displaying dinosaur skeletons, fossil collections, and scientific specimens. Christchurch Cathedral is one of the smallest cathedrals in England, and the only place in the world where a single building has served as a monastic church, a college chapel, and a cathedral for nearly 1,000 years. It contains a long dining hall that Harry Potter fans might recognize. Wander by the Hertford Bridge, often called the Bridge of Sighs, for its resemblance to the Venetian original, though it was built centuries later. In the afternoon, head to Magdalen Bridge, a splendid 11-arch stone structure. From the nearby Cherwell Boathouse, take a guided punt excursion, gliding under low bridges and past secluded college grounds. Leave Oxford for the Northern Cotswolds, a designated area of outstanding beauty. Here you'll find the quintessentially British, fairy tale scenery of honey-colored limestone villages, rolling green hills, and tranquil countryside. Cotswolds is best explored by car. Begin in Burford, where the town descends in a single long slope toward the River Windrush. At the lower end, the Church of St. John the Baptist dates mainly from the 15th century. Its marvelous architecture is worth seeing. About 20 minutes away is Bourton-on-the-Water, sometimes called the Venice of the Cotswolds, notable for its low stone bridges. Wander through the charming lanes and check out the model village for a meticulous miniature representation of how the town looked nearly 100 years ago. Next, take the short drive to Lower Slaughter, a quiet, postcard-perfect village. Walk the riverside path to Upper Slaughter and soak up one of the most unspoiled spots in the region. Then continue to Stow-on-the-Wold, one of the highest points in the Cotswolds. Have lunch at the age-old Market Square, and don't miss St. Edward's Church with its illustrious Tolkien door, framed by 2 ancient yew trees. In the afternoon, go to Bibury, often called the most beautiful village in England. Stop at Arlington Row, one of England's most photographed streets, and then enjoy a short stroll along the River Colne. On day 4, make your way to Blenheim Palace, a UNESCO site and the birthplace of Winston Churchill. Spend the morning exploring the palace interior and roaming the vast, beautifully maintained gardens. Have lunch at Chipping Norton, a charming market community that is a short drive away. In the afternoon, travel to Broadway, often called the Jewel of the Cotswolds. It's famous for its exceptionally wide Main Street, which was once a major coach route. Be sure to climb the Broadway Tower, one of the highest viewpoints in the Cotswolds. You'll have a panoramic perspective of several counties. Take some time to meander each town's exquisite shops and restaurants. The Cotswolds offers many distinct regional food specialties, including the pungent handmade stinking bishop cheese, Cotswold lamb, and Hobbs House bread. Look for these and other artisanal goods as you take in the full Cotswold experience. On day 5, we trade rural vistas for literary wealth with a visit to Stratford-Upon-Avon, best explored by following a walking route linking key sites from William Shakespeare's life. Begin on Henley Street at Shakespeare's birthplace, a preserved 16th-century timber-framed house with furnished family rooms, low ceilings, and exposed beams that bring his early years to life. Follow the marked route through the town center, passing Nash's house where the writer lived for his final 19 years. Continue to Hall's Croft, the elegant restored home of his daughter Susanna. The surrounding avenues are lined with shops, cafes, and 17th-century pubs, including the Garrick Inn, one of the city's oldest establishments. The route leads to the 13th-century Holy Trinity Church, where Shakespeare is buried. Look for the inscription warning against disturbing his remains. Cross the 15th-century Clopton Bridge at least once along your route. Admire its 14 pointed arches as you stop for lunch at the boathouse. Continue along the riverside to the Royal Shakespeare Theatre. If you can, attend a performance here to have a truly immersive Shakespeare experience. Time and energy permitting, check out Tudor World, a museum dedicated to Tudor life, located in a period building. On day 6, go north about 2 hours to Castleton, a Peak District village at the foot of the Hope Valley, with stone cottages and narrow walkways. From the center, follow the path to the 11th-century Peveril Castle. Perched on a rocky cliff, it gives one of the best views of the surrounding Peak District. The ruins include the keep, stone staircases, and defensive walls. Lathkill Dale and Monsall Dale are two nearby dramatic limestone valleys. Both are memorable for their scenic hiking trails, unique geology, and wildlife habitats. Lathkill Dale is famous for its clear water, while Monsall Dale is home to the distinguished Headstone Viaduct. Both have fairly short established footpaths, so pick one for an afternoon stroll. Then, make your way to Matlock Bath. Meander the promenade along the River Derwent, lined with winsome terraces, cafes, and small shops. Take the spectacular cable car ride to the heights of Abraham Hilltop Park, which features caves and an expansive outlook over the valley. In the morning on day 7, travel 2 hours east to Lincoln. Begin your visit at the 12th-century Lincoln Cathedral, whose Gothic facade and central towers dominate the skyline. Don't miss the vaulted nave, detailed stone carvings, and stained glass, including the rose windows. Then, descend the famed steep hill, a medieval street lined with timber-framed shops, cafes, and pubs. The hill links the cathedral to the lower town and provides views of the city's striking skyline. Note the interesting details along the way, such as carved doorways and centuries-old shopfronts. Visit Lincoln Castle, which dates to 1068. The stone walls, towers, and gates remain intact. Walk the ramparts to observe the city, surrounding countryside, and the River Witham. The castle houses a copy of the Magna Carta, a document from 1215 that endures as a profound symbol of liberty and the rule of law. Then explore the Castle Square and Bailgate area, with its narrow alleys and preserved merchant houses. Several cafes and pubs serve light meals. Find one that has something with Lincolnshire poacher cheese on the menu, a local delicacy with a strong, nutty flavor. On day 8, depart Lincoln in the morning and drive about 1 hour south to Burghley House, one of England's largest Elizabethan estates. Built in the 1550s by the chief advisor to Queen Elizabeth I, the structure was designed to display political power as much as domestic comfort. Tour the staterooms to admire painted ceilings, carved fireplaces, and large-format portraits. Outside, Landscaped grounds include a large sculpture park and a reflective lake that frames the house. Continue traveling to Ely, a city noted for its medieval traditions, stunning cathedral, and serene setting. England's second smallest city features Oliver Cromwell's house, bustling markets, the unique stained glass museum, and scenic, tranquil walks along the River Great Ouse. Make time for the 11th century Ely Cathedral. One of the most unusual interior spaces in European Middle Ages architecture is the massive central octagon. Painted panels and tall windows draw the eye upward from the crossing. From there, it's just a short distance to the waterfront, where the Great Ouse curves past moored boats and converted warehouses. Stop for afternoon tea or dinner at one of the many welcoming spots. Begin day 9 with a 30-minute journey to Cambridge, most celebrated for its 800-year-old university. Cambridge has 31 colleges. The oldest one was founded in 1284. Try to get to a few of them to understand the depth of their heritage. Begin your exploration of the university at Trinity College, founded by Henry VIII in 1546. Enter the Great Court, one of the largest enclosed courtyards in Europe, bordered by orderly stone pathways. The chapel at King's College is a highlight not to be missed. It's home to the world's largest fan-vaulted ceiling and stunning 15th-century stained glass windows. St. John's College features several Tudor courts and its own Bridge of Sighs, a covered bridge also named after the Venetian one. Amble through the backs, considered one of the 10 best views in England, where the colleges back onto the River Cam. The area boasts grand manicured lawns. It also provides a better vantage point for the iconic bridges, including the Mathematical Bridge, a strong, curved structure that uses only straight wood pieces. End the day with dinner near Mill Road or the Central area, both known for a wide range of restaurants reflecting the university's international population. It's the last day in Central England, so spend some time in the morning going to colleges you missed yesterday, or discover one of Cambridge's other local landmarks. Options include the Fitzwilliam Museum, a neoclassical landmark with Egyptian artifacts and Renaissance art. Or, drop into the Church of St. Mary the Great, which serves as the official center for academic ceremonies. Then, move on to Saffron, Walden, about 30 minutes away. This picturesque community in Essex is often hailed as a top place to live in the UK. It's filled with timber-framed, plaster-decorated buildings dating back to the medieval period. Visit the Audley End House, a magnificent Jacobean mansion with extensive green space. Then, find your way to Bridge End Garden, a restored Victorian delight with geometric planting beds and shaded paths. Nearby stands the turf maze on the village common, cut into the grass in the 1600s and still maintained. Have a break in a traditional pub or cafe before beginning the roughly 90-minute trip to London for your return connection home. After 10 well-paced days, this itinerary offers more than memories of dazzling places. It leaves you with a stronger sense of context and connection. It's travel guided by curiosity and balance, shaped with intention and designed to be savored rather than rushed. Whether you use it as a full plan or a reference for individual stops, it presents a genuine look at what traveling through central England actually looks like on the ground. Thanks for watching! Please like, subscribe, and share this video with other travelers who enjoy realistic itineraries and manageable pacing. See you in another Travel Top 10 video where we'll spend 10 days in a different region of Europe.